guys, how's it going? Welcome to Real Classic Film Reviews, and welcome to the part of the channel where we take a bit of a look into what I've picked up over the previous month. As I'm filming this video, we're kind of getting through April already, so this is everything that I picked up throughout March. So I've had to kind of go back and basically kind of figure out what I picked up. So I do apologise if I'm repeating anything from a previous pickups videos. I don't think I am. I think we're all up to date, but without further ado, let's just take a look. So first, I picked up both Mondo Steelbooks of the two Avengers movies, Infinity War and Endgame. Obviously, Mondo have done like an entire run of all the Marvel Steelbooks. They all look, you know, amazing for the most part. I wasn't in a position to be able to kind of buy every single one. They're a bit pricey, but I definitely knew that I wanted to pick up Infinity War and Endgame because I love the films, and also I just love the artwork on these two. Infinity War, as an example, they both come with this kind of transparent slipcover. Excellent artwork there, front and back, and right the way through the theme continues. So obviously you've got Infinity War there, similarly with Endgame, slips off, fantastic artwork, and again all the way through. So very happy to have those in the collection, and didn't really feel like I could justify picking up the other 20 or so, or whatever it is, Marvel movies that we're up to at the moment. A bit out of my kind of financial means. Let's have a look. Next up, we've got a film called The Incident. Now, who directed this? Oh, heck, I should know, because Larry Pierce. Brilliant film. I picked it up on a bit of a blind buy because it was in a sale, I think. Notable for featuring the feature film debut of Martin Sheen, who plays a real scumbag in this. Really, really good film. Kind of one of those kind of single location films taking place on a New York subway train. A couple of goons terrorise the passengers. Check it out if you haven't. It's a little kind of hidden gem, that The Incident. Next up, we've got Anthony Hopkins in The Looking Glass War, who's starring in The Looking Glass War. Terrible front cover. This is the DVD of a John le Carré adaptation that I've yet to see. Really looking forward to checking it out. Let me have a quick look. Looking Glass War, blah, 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 blah. But yeah, maybe kind of much in the same vein as the probably superior Spy Who Came In From the Cold. But I'm a sucker for anything John le Carré and those kind of low-key spy films. And I do like kind of looking back on some of Hopkins' older work, I should say. And this is from the late 60s, I believe. 69, yeah, so definitely looking forward to checking that out soon. Next up, we've got the Steelbook of A Matter of Life and Death. You know, classic film. David Niven there, and Kim Hunter. But the Steelbook, I kind of played the long game on this because I've seen it for a long time, but it was never at a good price, and I'm really kind of becoming a fan of this artwork, which I wasn't too sure about at first, but it's pretty special. There's the two leads there. Excellent film. If you get to see it, I mean, this is about as classic as classic films get, but brilliant Powell and Pressburger film from the mid-40s, 46, I think, what that was. I'll go the Criterions first. So I picked up a couple. I picked up Deep Cover, starring Bill Duke, directed by Bill Duke, starring Lawrence Fishburne. Brilliant kind of cop thriller. And I also picked up Mike Leigh's Secrets and Lies, which I've yet to crack open and rewatch. But it's been a long time since I've seen that. I think the last time I saw it was on a kind of late night Channel 4 or Film 4 showing, maybe in the early 2000s. So I'm looking forward to revisiting that film, certainly. And I also picked up the BFI Flipside edition of Man of Violence. Now, I'd read quite a bit about this. I'd seen this floating around, obviously, on physical media for a while, and was never quite sure whether to pick it up because I wasn't sure if it was going to be a kind of not a kind of sexploitation film, which it is in a way, but it's more of a kind of lesser, I don't want to say Get Carter, but it's in that kind of vein. It's not the best film. I was a tiny little bit disappointed in it. It's of its time. It's, yeah, I mean, if you can check it out, check it out. But I was going to do a review on this. I'm not sure if I will. I might do. I mean, some of it's hilarious. It's it's to, you know, some of it has to be kind of seen to be believed. But I was never. Who is that? Who plays the lead in this? Should know. Should know. I don't know. He's not very good. I don't like him. Anyway, crashing on. I picked up the Ingmar Bergman box set, which I've yet to crack open because I was going to do an unboxing of this. I still might do, because I feel like these sets, people kind of sleep on these sets a little bit. Certainly these BFI sets, but they are really good and really well done. You know, you've got half a dozen discs there, and a book as well, a big thick book. This is Bergman's early career, so it kind of features his first forays into film directing, along with a film that he didn't direct. Was it Eva? There's a couple of films in there that he hasn't directed, but he wrote them. The screenplay was by him. But I feel like, you know, that, don't get me wrong, that Bergman box set that Criterion released is, you know, comprehensive to say the least. But if you've not really got the room for something like that, which I don't really, this is the next best thing. I'm looking forward to picking up the further volumes. I think there's we're up to volume 3 now. Volume 3 about to be released, so definitely looking forward to checking that out. Right, what else we've got here? So we've got, I went through a little bit of I'm currently going through, excuse me, I should say, a little bit of a 90s DVD binge. I started to pick a few up in kind of local charity shops and places like that, for obviously nothing for pennies. And I realised that as I kind of started to pick them up more and more, that there was a 90s theme going on. So I've kind of continued that on, and I'm picking up films that I used to really enjoy kind of from the 90s or the early 90s, which was my kind of heyday visiting the video stores. So on that, you know, that theme being in mind, I picked up Nick of Time, which is obviously a Johnny Depp film from the mid-90s. I think this was 95, 94, 95. I'm not sure, but I mean, Johnny Depp in a different time, in a different age, when he was kind of, I don't know, maybe being prepared or prepped to be, you know, not that he's not a Hollywood movie star now, but maybe something a little bit different from the kind of trajectory that he's ended up going on. But I think, is it Christopher Walken who's in this as well? Yeah. One of those kind of real-time... real-time race against the clock films. Looking forward to checking it out. Literally haven't seen it since the 90s, so looking forward to checking that out. Again, Conspiracy Theory with Gibson and Roberts. Picked it up for pennies. Don't remember being, you know, particularly enamoured with this one, but it's obviously, you know, a classic 90s film from 97, so looking forward to revisiting that. And in the same vein, from the same year, I think, was this from 97 or 98, we've got Sphere, which I don't really remember a great deal about. So I'm very much looking forward to watching this, because I have very, very vague memories of it. I think I remember more about the actual trailer for it than I do about the film. Maybe that says, you know, says enough. So I picked up a couple of Dario Argento sets that were in the sale. Finally kind of got round to adding Deep Red and Cat and Nine Tails to my collection. Yet to crack them open and watch them, because I'm going to do some kind of Argento binge at some point once I've picked up a few more. But I haven't seen Cat and Nine Tails. I've seen Deep Red, and I've seen, you know, like half a dozen of his other films, but I'm not the biggest Argento connoisseur, so to speak. I do love his films, the ones that I have seen, but I'm by no means an expert, so I'm looking forward to kind of rewatching them and also digging through whatever features and booklets and things that they've got. But these sets by Arrow, it's a 4K only release, but, you know, the goodies that they have inside, I think they have posters and cards and a big thick booklet and whatnot, so I'm definitely looking forward to checking those out and checking out those 4K transfers. Speaking of which, I finally picked up Dune, Denis Villeneuve's Dune. I'm a big fan of this film. It took me a long time to watch it. I missed it at the cinema. I've just recently watched it at home on 4K. Really, really enjoyed it. I have a love-hate relationship with the David Lynch 80s version, because I always I want to like it, but every time I put it in, I struggle to get through it. Whereas this one kind of did the business for me. Not a kind of expert on Dune by any means. I've never read the book or anything like that, so I can't comment on that. But really love this film. Love the soundtrack. Love the look of it. Can't wait for the next part. Hopefully it lives up to this. And yeah, on 4K it looked amazing. And finally, guys, thanks for sticking with me for this long. Picked up a couple of Blu-rays. Picked up The Long Kiss Goodnight. Finally, again, a 90s film that it's been a long time since I've seen. Looking forward to revisiting this. Gina Davis, an absolute badass there, in a Samuel L. Jackson role that I love. Great action in this, great explosions in that as well. And then in the similar vein of kind of kick-ass blondes, I finally picked up a copy of Atomic Blonde, which I was going to pick up on 4K, but just never got round to. Saw it on Blu-ray for nothing, for a couple of quid. Decided to pull the trigger on that. Guys, that is it. So that's everything I picked up throughout the month of, crikey, what month are we in now? Throughout the month of March. I've already had things coming in for like February. God, I really don't know the months. For April, so I don't feel like it's going to be particularly long until I'm filming that April video. But in the meantime, guys, thank you very much for watching. Thank you for all the support on the channel so far, all your comments and likes, and you guys taking the time out to watch the videos. It's massively appreciated. And in the meantime, before we speak again, stay safe, take care, bye bye.